I think that beauty is about a form of power and that haute couture is an art form. It's about wearing works of art. And for me, going to an haute couture show like this is really like going to a museum to look at works of art. I just love it.
At the Rodin Museum in Paris, Dior is presenting its haute couture collection for next autumn-winter. The decor is comprised of mosaics by the late New York artist Faith Ringgold. 30 giant images of women engaged in baseball, skateboarding and athletics. An explicit reference perhaps to the 2024 Olympic Games in Paris? Well, Dior is owned by LVMH, and LVMH has invested 150 million euros in the Games. The key motif here is the peplum, a silhouette popular in antiquity.
And it was an homage to the sports.
Well, I think when we watch an athlete, we look at them from every direction. And I feel these clothes are meant to be seen from every direction too. I thought it was so beautiful with the ribbons and the embellishment and something shining, you know, like we see bodies shining when we watch the Olympics. There, thanks.
There was some jersey, some embroidery, there were corsets, there was transparency and femininity, and there was also some revolution. The French do that so well. We enjoy it, and that's why it lasts. And it's extremely beautiful. I'm delighted. It was art as well. I'm very happy to have experienced it.
So, haute couture means power for you?
Yes, as long as it's not used in an aggressive way, like you might imagine when you hear the word power. But yes, if we're talking about elegance, poetry, all creative things affect us human beings. Beauty always has the power to do good in the world. Dostoevsky said that beauty will save the world. And I think that today that's very relevant because it allows us to dream of a world which is better for everyone. For all of us.
You think it's a shame that it's reserved for the small elite?
Maybe, yes. But even so, anyone can see it or have that pleasure in seeing it. It's like works of fine art. We look at them and they're beautiful. It gives me enormous pleasure simply to look. It's sublime.
Officially speaking, haute couture is considered an applied art rather than fine art. But the line between the two is often blurred, with couture so often steeped in the worlds of theatre, music, literature, photography and poetry. That's certainly the case for Paris-based couturier Stéphane Rolland.
The first spark of inspiration was the poems of Jacques Prévert. The second spark was Brassaï's photographs. We're in Paris during the 40s and 50s. It's nighttime, it's mysterious. Paris interdit, glamorous Paris, couture Paris, chic Paris. It's an extremely Parisian atmosphere with those amazing fragrances of the old times in the air. But infused with the elegance of today. And it's not about looking backwards, it's extremely moving, touching. But it's a collection that's very powerful, as far as construction and form are concerned. It gives off real power, but at the same time it's extremely feminine, extremely fluid, extremely light. It still contains my 3D sculptures, my signature movement is still there. There's still my embroidery work with some new elements, and well, there you go, we had fun.
3D technology is the speciality of Japanese couturier Yuima Nakazato. For his latest collection, he found inspiration in the Mozart opera Idomeneo, King of Crete, which tells of the impossible dilemma of having to sacrifice the person you love most in the world.
Well, inspired by opera Idomeneo, because I designed costume for Opera Idomeneo. And so I collaborated with Sidi Larbi Cherkaoui, the choreographer, and we collaborated to create this beautiful show. And dancers were wearing the ceramic dress, and dress becoming the kind of instruments. So they performing and create a beautiful sound. And this is representing armor, because armor is usually made by metal, but I made it by ceramic. So it's a very fragile, sensitive armor. So it's a very completely opposite meaning of the armor. It's a kind of point to go more next step, and I'll try to see the future. So for me, it was a very important season.
Haute couture may not officially be an art, but it certainly boasts the same qualities: inspiring, astronomically priced, and imbued with the power to move us.